Hey, this is Susan and Brooks. We wanted to follow up our video about becoming a trainer, what that looks like for your team and your bonus check, and talk to you about becoming a coach. It's really pretty simple. A coach has 3 trainers on their team. Each one of these trainers is meeting their monthly volume in order for you to be getting the coach check, though. That's one thing that's important. As a coach, you are meeting all of the requirements required of a trainer. So that means that you have 250 in personal volume, 1750 in team volume. You have a team of 10 with 3 directs. Did I miss anything?
Mm-hmm.
This whole extra thing about reducing your personal volume, if you don't understand that, you can go back and watch the other video. But that still applies to you as a coach. Go ahead.
Yeah, so the
Oh, you wanted me to talk about this. Okay, so the little guys here, they're not little, they're important. These are also directs on your team, and they're important because they're helping you keep this group volume. Once somebody breaks trainer, you lose their team volume. You don't lose the trainer volume, like the person who is a trainer, but you lose their team volume. So all these people here are helping you get to this volume. So when you hear people talk about don't just grow deep, you need to grow wide, that's what they're talking about, is continuing to have directs, and that your directs are building teams.
Yeah, and all of your directs will always count towards your volume, even if they become a trainer or a coach or a mentor or anything. The directs, whatever they order, counts toward your team volume. So this trainer right here, whatever they order, will count towards your volume, along with all of these blue guys.
So the 2 things that, just for me, have been a little confusing, and Brooks helps me understand, is that as a coach, you're getting more leadership points. So he's going to walk us through that. And then also your bonus check, you will be getting 1% on your second level trainer teams. Is that how you say it?
Mm-hmm.
And so that is a really big part of your check. So why don't you do the leadership points first?
Yeah, so as a trainer, you get 1 leadership point. When you move up to coach, you get an additional 1, so it's 2 for the coach. And it's the same thing. Like if you're a trainer and you have a trainer on your team, you get 1 point for each of those trainers on your first level. Okay, and the leadership point is worth about $500 to $600 most of the time. It depends on how well LuLaRoe does that month, but that's what we usually see.
So then now let's make this girl become a trainer. So one of your trainers has a trainer.
Oh yeah, so let's step back. The 1% that you get, so you get 1 point for a trainer, and you get 1% on their team's volume, group volume.
When you're a trainer, you're talking about.
When you're a coach or a trainer.
Yeah, you're getting 1% here.
Yeah, but that 1%, and that's what we're about to go into, the 1% only counts up to the next level trainer. So like Susan said, if this person becomes trainer, then
the 1% stops.
Yeah, the 1% stops if you are a trainer. But when you get to coach, you start getting the ability to get paid on your second level trainers. So that's what you're going to draw.
Okay, so can we make this girl the trainer?
Mm-hmm.
So she needs another direct. So she now has 3 directs. And then, so 3 directs. Help me with my math.
That looks like enough.
For this girl, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Mm-hmm.
So this person here is now a trainer under your trainer.
Yeah, and so the point I was trying to make is, if I was just a trainer and this trainer was on my team and then they had a trainer, I would not get paid on that trainer's volume. The 1% would stop with them. I would only get 1% of these guys here.
Mm-hmm.
But the great benefit about being a coach is that you get additional leadership points for the second level trainer. 2.
Yeah, 2 more points. That's a lot. Mm-hmm. That's a lot.
For each second level trainer, and then you get the 1% of their volume.
So yeah, so if you're a coach and you have a second level trainer break, then all of a sudden you're getting 1% on their team volume.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that 1%, as you see, like you can see how it starts growing across your team. That 1% gets really big. It's one of the biggest parts of our check, along with the leadership points.
Mm-hmm. So we probably won't talk a lot about a mentor, but did we cover everything for a coach? I mean, those are the basics.
Yeah, I guess the other questions you would get is like, what if it's not your direct? So let's say you had 1, 2, 3 people here and that third person became a trainer. That would count as one of your trainers. The big thing is that they have to be in separate lines. So you have to have 3 trainers, but they need to be in 3 separate lines. And it doesn't matter how far down they are as long as there's no trainers in between, right?
Yeah, and so like let's pretend that person didn't exist and you had 3 trainers. That doesn't help you become coach because 2 of your trainers are in the same line.
Right, yeah.
It's that you have 3 in separate lines.
Mm-hmm.
Once this person broke though, then it's helpful because you have a 2-point trainer. So all of this will make sense as you see it unfolding in your own team. But yeah, I think that's important to know that it doesn't have to be your direct or even your second line or whatever to be one of your trainers.
Yeah. So
is there another question?
No.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah.
So talk about being a mentor.
Yeah, so we don't know a ton about mentor, but what we do know is that the basic qualification is that you have 3 coaches and 3 trainers. They would need to be in all separate lines. Again, it's kind of the same thing. It doesn't matter how low they are or how high they are, but you need to have at least 6 separate lines.
Yeah, so like if this was your team, let's pretend that each one of your original trainers became coaches, and then these 3 gals became trainers. They're all in different lines, and then you have 3 coaches and 3 trainers.
Mm-hmm. And I think still these volume requirements still apply. So Susan keeps talking about this, but the growing wide is definitely very important as you start trying to build.
And then there's a 1% change also on the mentor.
Yeah, the benefit to your check there's no additional leadership points, but you get 1% now on the 3rd level trainers.
Yeah. So you think about it like in your head that doesn't sound like a lot, but if you've been growing a team for a period of time, like for me it's been 1.5 years, I definitely have 3rd level trainers that are doing really well that we aren't mentors yet, so we're not getting paid on that, but you can imagine all this time they've been doing the work, and so now their teams have grown. So when we hit mentor, we're going to start getting paid on those 3rd level trainers. Isn't that what they are?
Yeah.
So it doesn't sound, I know in your head maybe sometimes it doesn't sound like a lot, but it really is. So
yeah.
Okay, so feel free to ask us questions. Clearly I ask a lot of questions. We had to make this video 450 times. So thank you.
Thanks. Bye.